This person says, the Democrats are desperate to win in 2028. So, people who are having difficulty getting an ID to vote will be assisted. Desperate. Why wouldn't you want every eligible voter to vote? If somebody meets the requirements of their state puts in a voter ID law, and they meet that requirement, and they make it to the polls with their voter ID, and they cast a ballot, why would you be against that? You're against people getting help to meet the requirements to cast a ballot. That tells me you don't want everybody to vote, which is what voter ID laws are about. Making sure certain people can't vote. Making sure they could weed out people that would typically not vote the way they wanted to. It would seem to me that if people are getting assistance, if somebody's going out of their way to assist a group of people to meet the qualifications needed to cast a ballot, thus increasing voter turnout so we could have as accurate a representation in our elected officials as humanly possible, that you, as a patriotic American citizen, would be all in favor of that. But you clearly have a problem with people being assisted in meeting the requirements. People maybe who can't drive to go get the documentations and the IDs that they need being given a ride. Or people that don't know or understand what it is they need to do in order to get the proper identification in order to cast the ballot, being educated on these subjects. Why would that be something that you would want to fight against? Why would that be something that clearly bothers you? In my opinion, desperation is shown in the form of things like voter ID laws. Desperation is shown in the moves of throwing thousands of people off of voter rolls, or trying to make sure that it's as difficult as humanly possible to match up your identifications to ensure that you can vote. I find the people to be the most desperate are the ones that are trying to limit the number of people who can vote, who are trying to bring voter numbers down rather than up. And again, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the one that sees people that are trying to stop people from voting as the desperate ones. I'm trying to make sure as many people as humanly possible can vote, right? 100% voter turnout would equal the most accurate representation in our government humanly possible. That's clearly not what you want.